امید غریبان تنها کجایی چراغ سر قبر زهرا کجایی تجلی طه گل اشک مولا دل آشفته داغ آن کوچه غم گرفت.
In his pocket at that time he had du'a arafah. He had du'a arafah, and he is someone who goes Hajj every year. So every year he goes to Hajj. In Arafah, at the time of reciting du'a arafah, he gets his marker pen, his highlighter, and he highlights passages from du'a arafah. This is a second-hand account of something which my friend had told me. He's a very nice person, very godly person. He has told me, Abbas bhai, je thai maru naam nahi apta. Don't give my name in this story. So I'll have to try my best not to give his name. I'll just keep referring to him as my friend. He is a scholar. He's a student in Qum. He told me the following. He said, once there was a group which had come to Qum. They were from the Czech Republic. They were a group of 7 to 8 people from the Czech Republic. All of them PhD holders, all of them very educated, all of them either atheist or agnostic. One of them was a diplomat or ambassador or something like that. He said that I got a call and they said to me, Sheikh, we have this group coming from out of Iran and they want to know something about our faith. Can you come and give them lessons on aqaid? I said, yes, okay, fine, I'll come, no problem. He came, and when he met them, he had rehearsed all of these arguments, you know, our dogmatic aqaidi, burhane, siddiqeen and all these things. He had rehearsed all these and he said, okay, I came prepared with all of these dogmatic discussions. And when I came there and I saw them, and I said, no, this is not going to work. These are PhD holders, highly educated, agnostic, atheist. This is not going to work. So I said, look, first thing, tell me, what is your background? They said, look, it's been a few years now. We've left our homeland in the Czech Republic. We set out, we're a group of friends, men and women. There were men and women in this group. We were a group of friends and we said to ourselves, you know what? Something is missing. We want to go and find the truth. We are looking for some kind of universal human truth. We don't belong to any religion. Some of us don't even believe in God. But we are looking for some kind of universal, limitless truth. So what did we do? We first went to India. We went to India, we looked into Hinduism. We looked into the Gita, into their practices, into their gods, into practices like yoga and all of these things. We appreciated some of their things. Then we said, let us go to the next place. We went to China. We discovered a little bit more about Buddhism, history of Buddha, all of their philosophies. We studied Confucius. We looked at that philosophy. Then we said, okay, now where do we go? We go to Palestine. We studied Judaism. We studied all of their scriptures, Old Testament, New Testament, Christianity. Then we said, now we go to the Vatican. We went there. We spoke to the Pope. He introduced us to others. We studied there. We looked into their philosophy and their religion. Then we said, okay, Islam is left. So we went to Saudi, because we thought Saudi is the capital and the center. Makkah and Medina are there. Went to Saudi. We learned Arabic. They're staying in each place for a long time, yeah? We learned Arabic. We looked into the Quran. We looked into other Islamic teachings. Then we said, okay, this is one version of Islam. They said, well, Al-Azhar is there in Cairo. We went to Cairo. We learned more Arabic. We spoke to them as well. Then we said, okay, now there's a Shia thing, Shia branch of Islam. What is the Vatican of the Shias? Where is the center of the Shias? We were told Qum al-Muqaddasa, holy place in Iran. Go there. So we've come here now. And we're here. Can you teach us something? Do you have anything like these universal truths? My friend, he was like, okay, now you've given me this background. And in his pocket at that time, he had Du'a Arafah. He had Du'a Arafah. And he is someone who goes Hajj every year. So every year he goes to Hajj. In Arafah, at the time of reciting Du'a Arafah, he gets his marker pen, his highlighter, and he highlights passages from Du'a Arafah. Du'a Arafah, you pray quickly, it'll take you 2 hours. It's long dua, yeah? He would take his highlighter every year and mark certain passages. He said, look, I want to show you something. You know Arabic? They said, yes. He said, okay, I will recite in Arabic and I'll also do a bit of translation into English as well. And he began to read these highlighted passages, not even the full dua, just the highlighted passages. He's reading. He says, now these are his words. He said, I went into my own little world, in my own little bubble. I kept on reciting. A little while later, I realized I can hear a noise. I'm looking up from my book and I can see one of the ladies is crying. Another man was crying. Another man said, Professor, is it okay if I take some pictures? I said, yeah, go ahead. Then the ambassador stood up, the diplomat. He said, finally, I think we have found what we were looking for. This seems to make sense. This is something which is resonating with us. This seems to be that universal, limitless truth that we were seeking. So they said to him, they said to my friend, where can we get a copy of this? He said, there's Ansarian bookstore. They said, where is this Ansarian bookstore? He said, here, go here, left, right, whatnot. You'll find it. The next day, he was going to have a follow-up session with them. So what he did was, that evening, he told me, that evening he was passing by Ansarian anyway. He said, I was passing by Maramagaj Maiwu, it came to me that let me buy a few copies for them. Tomorrow I'll gift it to them. So he went in, he spoke to the shopkeeper, he said, Mane, Du'a Arafah ni thorik. I don't know why I'm saying Gujarati, they speak Farsi there. I want a few copies of Du'a Arafah. So he said, why? He said, oh, you know, this group has come and this and that, and they're from the Czech Republic. And the shopkeeper said, hang on a second. Was it someone dressed like this, wearing this kind of coat? There was a woman with a red scarf. Another guy was in a tie. You know, ties are very rare in Iran. He was wearing a tie. So my friend was like, yeah, how do you know? He said, they came a few hours ago and they bought loads of copies. So my friend said, how come? What did they say? He said, well, they said that this has inspired them so much. They bought the copies. They said, we are going to get this translated into our language and we're going to have it published. Finally, we have found what we were looking for all of these years. Brothers and sisters, we are Shias. We are lovers of Imam Hussein. Let us read Du'a Arafah once in a while. People from Czech Republic are going around the world, spending years and years looking for truth. We have truth in our hands, in our homes, and we don't look at it. Du'a Mashlul, Du'a Arafah, these philosophies, inshallah, we can benefit from them. May Allah bless you all.
پریشان دست علمگیر سقا نفسهای سجاد نواهای باغ دعاهای ساده